Oh no. All right. Are we live? Yes, we are. I am so tired. It took everything to put on a little bit of something on my face, but excuse my eyebrows. Oh no. I'm okay. I'm a lot less conscious of it than I thought I would be. Let's see if I've got everything right. Um, the stream update, because I'm not entirely sure I did it correct. Working with left is interesting. Yes, it should be fine. Hi papa. Oh, hier ben ik. Het is gelukt. De katjes zijn alleen oorlog aan het voeren. Omdat ik niet genoeg met ze kan spelen. Ik ben te langzaam. Ze vinden het niet leuk. Ik ben het ermee eens. Oh, oké. Ik heb water. I should have put those with me. Ah, oeps. Ja, gewoon voor eventjes. Gnarly, how are you doing? How was your evening? It's more so that when people are wondering where I am, that they can look back and see what's up. What's up is my freaking elbow. This is one of the gloves that I wear usually when I go outside against the sun. But it's starting to get nasty already. It's just been a few days. Over here is just black. It's so nasty. Who is that? Okay, Winnie, don't don't eat the plant, please. So subs getting name on. I can't write. I can't write. Everything is a struggle. Um, but this isn't. This isn't. Apparently, this is a splint. I didn't know. I thought this was already a cast, which it is. But this is a splint, and they're going to give me a call this week to make an appointment or give me an appointment, I guess, for coming back. And I think they're going to make new pictures to see if it's healing well. Um, and it turns out I'm not exactly out of danger yet, because if it turns out that for some reason, because I have had a few accidents, um, just moving around. My reflexes are, I can't stop reflexes. I don't know about you, but if I drop something, my instinct is to grab it with my dominant hand, and that's happened a few times. And it wasn't great. It hurt like hell. So I'm assuming that it's not too bad, but it could be that they still have to operate or have to do surgery on it. I'm assuming it's not going to be that, but apparently, um, just the fact that they gave me a splint in the first week doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go well. So which is why you have to go back almost weekly. I did a little bit of reading on the progression of the cast, just because that helps me with the panic that I feel about it all, because it's really hard. It's really hard to just have one arm. For example, it's really hot right now, but I can't put my hair up because I can't reach. I can try to show you, but it kind of hurts. Like I can't reach it. I can't brush my teeth. I can't eat. So I thought the worst of my problems was, going to the bathroom, but it turns out it's literally everything else. Steel plate pins, new arm. Oh no. I don't know. I don't know what would happen. I just know that if it doesn't, in the first week, there's still the danger of misalignment. Uh, Just because you can have accidents, you can just bump it, and that can be enough to Winnie, can you not please give me an hour, most, uh, yeah, maybe an hour, and I'll play with you. So I have to go back next week, and they'll see, and then it's probably just to put it back in place. But I'm terrified of surgery, so I'm just assuming that's not going to be the case. I'm assuming that next week they'll make pictures and it's fine, and I just get a lighter cast, because this is heavy. This is heavy, and they also, or the woman, I was in so much pain. So for one, I realized that the lady who put casts on probably does that around the clock, or a lot at least. So she was pragmatic. Yes, I understand that, but also she was a um, she told me to not be, that I didn't have to be spastic while I was kind of in the middle of a panic attack. Not even because of the pain, and I'll explain. Because it was more mental than anything. The pain was triggering memories. Um, a lot of trauma was kind of shaken loose, and actual memories have come back. Something that I wasn't really able to, because CPTSD is kind of, it's all so condensed that you don't really have a memory. It's more like just your entire brain is upset. But now I was triggered into the all the times that I was in physical pain and was not believed, and a few times that led to nearly dying, because of my biological mother didn't believe me when I was in pain. So from the moment I fell, I realized much later, of course, because I was just pure adrenaline. But because I have CPTSD, I didn't realize how bad my mind had gotten. And I have a new neighbor, so I went to see her. And then about 6 hours later, I realized I have been cooling it, and I tried to can strap it in. Winston's going crazy. Get him! Get him! Go, go, go! Get him! Okay. Anyway, so yeah, that was what was being triggered, and I didn't realize that in the moment necessarily. I did have some awareness of it, but I didn't realize how bad it was until much later, when I started to get panic attacks when I got back home, and I couldn't breathe. I couldn't do anything. So the woman was putting the splint on, and it hurt so much. But what was worse was the fact that I thought I was going to get yelled at. So that she said that I didn't have to be this spastic was also kind of triggering. But again, I understand she was trying to be pragmatic. Unfortunately, that does mean that it was a bit sloppy. I don't know if you can see it. There's books there, but see this? That is poking into my side, so I can't actually. This is how far I can put my arm down. Only if I put it like this, it's not hurting me, and even then, it's still hurting in the back of my ribs. Up, it's really smooth. It's fine. It's just a bit tight. My pinky is a bit squeezed, and here I'm starting to feel a bit of a pressure point. So I'm trying to not use it too much, and just keep it in the claw that it's been put in. This is really bothering me, though. You can see that this is the only part that is getting dirty as well, um, and it just hurts. And at the top, you can see that it wasn't. So I'm not actually blaming. Well, she shouldn't have said that I didn't have to be spastic, because I feel that was a bit unprofessional. I was clearly in a lot of distress, not on purpose. But I'm guessing that she was trying to do it as quick as possible, and so that it was partly my fault. It's better now, but I am on painkillers for my endometriosis, right? And I was told that I could take those for the pain as well. Thing is, hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for being here. The thing is, when I take it for the endometriosis, I try to keep the dose as low as possible because I get a fried brain. It's hard to focus, and it's just not good. But right now, I'm kind of depending on it. Otherwise, I don't think I can stop crying from the pain. So, groetjes terug. En de jongens, hi. Oh, ik zie er niet uit, maar maakt niet uit. What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Mm. Oh, the tramadol. Normally, I try to keep the dose as low as possible. So I only take the max amount of painkillers during the peak, and then and which is at most 2 days, 48 hours, and then I taper off again. And now I've been on the full dose for a few days, and that's it's really hard to focus, um, and just do anything really. But more than the pain, it's really the mental part. It's insane the trauma that has been triggered, and how vivid the memories are. Oh, thank you for the hugs, Gulja. Hi, how are you doing? Hello, everyone. Hi, Wisdom. Hi, Garfield. Oh my God. I really need. Okay, that is it's so sad. Everyone, literally everyone I talked to, assumed that it was Winston, and that's really sad. We need to do some PR for Winston because it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. It was my own fault. Okay, what happened is this. I prepared for the hot days by making sure I have all the food that I needed, that I had all the cat food and like cat litter and stuff so that wouldn't have to go out during the hot days. However, I forgot to pick up a package, and it was the last day that I could pick it up. So on the day that I fell, I got the email at like 10 or something, which is normally the limit of me wanting to be outside. I get really upset by the heat and the sun if I go out after 10 when it's going to be too hot. So by the time I was able to go out, I didn't want the package to be sent back because it was from Vinted, some summer shoes. So I kind of had to go out, and I was in a hurry and I wasn't really paying attention. So I took a road that I take several times a week, and I looked left to see if there were cars coming, and I took the corner too quick, and there was a bush there, and my bike got stuck in there just abruptly, and I was biking really quick because I wanted to be done, I wanted to get home quickly as possible. So I take the turn, I go right, but I'm still looking left. I don't see that there's still like a meter of bush left. And I got yeeted over the bush right onto concrete, and I fell on my elbow. Now, luckily, I hate summer, so I was fully covered. Like, I was wearing several layers of clothing. I had gloves on my hand, so there's only a few wounds on my hand. But I took the blunt of the force, I guess, is that how you say it? With my elbow. I really just fell on my elbow. But like I said, I wasn't really allowed to have emotion, let alone be in pain, because that would destroy the plans my biological mother had, and she would be annoyed. And I would just get punished and scolded, to kind of say it concisely. The point is that I was terrified to even admit that there was something wrong with me, because the response was never good. For example, when she found out that there's a trigger warning, so I'm sorry, but I had, as a teenager, I had very unhealthy coping mechanisms to deal with the domestic violence that I was living in. I would hurt myself, and she found out about that, but she didn't believe me, and she started to yell at me and say that, am I such a bad mom, and how dare you do that to me, and I want to see it, I don't believe you, you're just asking for attention. And I would wear those sweat thingies on my wrist, And she demanded I show it to her. And naturally, because it wasn't about her, and because I was ashamed, and that's not something that you do for attention, in my experience. Um, she tried to get it off, and I resisted, and as a result, she almost broke my entire arm. So when it started to hurt too much, I let her rip it off, and then she stormed away, and that was that. So just to give an example of how I was treated. So when this happened, I probably went into shock immediately because I didn't feel it as much. I did feel that I couldn't move it really well. When I tried to put on my bag, I was like, oh, okay, maybe not move it for a little bit. And then I got home, I put my stuff at home, and I tried on the stupid shoes that I went out for. And then I went out to my new neighbor because we have a shared storage, and she needed to be in there. And I just have a really, really nice connection with her. She's lovely. I'm in awe of her. She's very strong. She's had a lot of baggage, and she's going through it as well. But she actually brought me to the hospital, and my dad met me at the hospital. I don't think I would have handled it very well if I had to do that alone, because I was in a pure panic state, constantly, and trying to hide that. Give me 1 second. Winston just broke the house. Oh no. Go. I'll keep you busy. So yeah, I think I mean, how long? My time perception has been really warped ever since I fell. But yeah, I went to my neighbor, and she gave me a thingy to cool my elbow, and I talked with her. We sat outside, and I had the thing between my leg and my elbow, and I sat like that for a few hours, pretty much in denial, and also stressed because I was talking to a stranger. Which, even though I like her and I think she's a beautiful person, being social is always anxiety inducing for me. So that probably kept my adrenaline up as well. And then we said goodbye, and I went home, and I realized that I couldn't bend my arm anymore. And she'd said before I went outside, if you don't trust it, don't just call the doctor and ask. Which is okay. Well, no, now it's broken. Oh, please be careful. He's under the bed. I can't follow him. So I did, and they asked me to come over, and basically I only got to see an assistant, and she just looked at it and was already like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's broken, but it was already 5. Um, I don't know why they made me wait so long, because they did make me wait a little bit longer than I feel like was necessary. she left me in the office, the assistant, to go ask the actual doctor what to do. And I sat there for like 20 minutes. And before that, I was also waiting in the waiting room for 15 minutes after the doctor that sent the assistant to me. And she didn't call anyone else in. So I don't know what happened there, but anyway, I had to go to the emergency room, spent hours there. And eventually, you know, after the pictures were horrible. I don't want to talk about that because I'm going to cry. Just think about it. That was, it was not okay. And then I had to wait a few more hours. And I swear to God, if my dad hadn't been there, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I would have been able to keep it together. And then I got home and I couldn't stop crying. I just kept crying, not because of the pain, but because of all the memories that kept going. And I think that must have gone on for, I mean, until I talked to my dad's wife, basically. No, I can't go into detail there. And then it stopped. I still cry, but it's not about the arm. The pain is okay. I can deal with pain. I've got endometriosis. I'm in pain pretty much all the time. This is different, though. This is completely different. I don't recommend falling on your elbow. Please don't. But yeah, that's what happened. What happened in your week? It wasn't Winston. He wasn't near. I was away. It wasn't Winston. Oh, poor baby. That's so sad. Literally everyone. They went to Google it. Wait. They went to Google what? Oh, thank you. Don't make me cry, please. Oh my God. I'm still crying a lot. I'm just not going into panic attacks anymore. I smile. Let me see, what did I miss? Because I'm just yapping. Horrid and uncomfortable casts. When it's removed, your arm will feel better, but it'll look like a semi-transparent spaghetti noodle. Hi, chemist. And Goat Smile. Hello, first chatter. Hompers. How are you doing? If Iron is Fae on the periodic table and Man is just man, then Iron Man could technically be called female. That's an amazing first chat, Shadow. Thank you very much for that. Oh, they made you wait. I went to Google how to fix your arm. Oh, I mean, yeah, let's just keep it at that. I don't like this. I don't like this office. So, yeah, I'm probably just a bit negative, but I just had a few bad experiences there. It is crazy. Mr. Mast? Mister? Can I call you Mister? I don't know what Winston is doing with the thing, but I hope he doesn't get himself into trouble. Hi, Garex. Hi, Horse. If you write my name on a guess. Well, okay, listen, I could do that. But the thing is, I don't know what's going to happen. I have to go back this week. They're going to give me a call or email me. I don't know. I think it was a call. This is not permanent. This is only going to be here for a week. And after a week, so I'm guessing I have to go back on Thursday or Friday. They're going to make new pictures, and then they're going to see how to proceed. I'm assuming it's all good. And they're just going to put a lighter cast on, because officially this is a splint. I didn't know this. My dad explained it to me yesterday, because I did notice that there was an opening, and I just assumed that was normal for every cast. But the first night was pure hell, pure freaking hell. My mind was just, I mean, I was thinking about memories that I never really considered before, and basically, the pain was triggering the voice of my biological mother, and normally, I have short bursts of pain if I'm in trouble, if I fall or something. But now it was like 24 hours almost. No, 12 hours almost. No, it was almost 24 hours. Say 16 to 20 hours that I was in constant throbbing pain, and all that time I kept hearing yelling in my brain, and then it clicked. because that voice isn't only in my head if I'm in pain. It's always there. Every time I scold myself, if I get angry at myself, if I'm frustrated with myself, it's not my voice. And I knew this. I've known this for a long time, before Brianna Wiest ever published her first book, when she was still posting essays on Thought Catalog. She taught me that the voice in your head is the voice of your parents and your caregivers. But there's a difference between knowing and feeling. And I thought I understood and felt, but that only went as far as the mental and emotional abuse and neglect. I hadn't actually taken seriously all the times that she didn't take care of me when I was in physical danger or in pain. She didn't take it seriously, and yeah, all those memories have come back in full force. So I have to go through that right now, and I think it's a good thing, because I feel like something broke open that, first off, I didn't realize was galvanized, calcified, and it's weirdly, as much as I am in agony about all these memories and sad, I feel lighter. Is it weird? I don't know. It's been a trip. You're joking? Well, I mean, subscribing is a little bit. I don't want you to subscribe to get your name on my gas, but we could maybe think of something, because the thing is, hold on. I need to put on some, because I am full on painkillers. I've been full on painkillers for days, and I need to drink a lot of water. My mouth is so dry. It's really not funny. 100% something you should speak with a professional about, though. I wish I could do that, Skulja, but the last time I went to this doctor's office to do that was after I'd basically been jumped by someone I'd known for 10 years and considered a friend, and he wouldn't get off. I don't know. I talked about that before. If you know, you know. I don't want to go into that right now. But after a few days, I started to get really mentally unstable about it. And so I went to the doctor's office intending to ask for a professional to talk about what was going on in my head. And I kind of went into a panic attack when I tried to explain. And I was told off. I was told that I should stop crying because they couldn't understand what I was saying, while I was really, really trying very hard not to be in a panic attack. That's not something you can stop once it started. So that was not a good experience either. What I'm thinking about doing is finally picking up the Pete Walker book again, because that book, the CPTSD from Surviving to Thriving, taught me more about what goes on in my body and my brain than any therapist ever was able to. And I don't know why, but it seems like because I am a basic insurance person, that I just didn't get the right level of help. That is my suspicion. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that, Skulljan. I think you're right that most of the time when something like this happens, you should definitely go talk to a professional. I just don't have a good experience with professionals, and also CPTSD talk therapy isn't actually as effective as as it would be for other psychological problems. Talking therapy is usually something that exacerbates the trauma. That's why I want to read the book again, because I don't really remember the things that man recommends. But one of the things, for example, is I'm a bit nauseous. Running. I think was it him, or was it in The Body Keeps the Score? One of the two says that running is a very good way to control the physical part of the panic and the attacks and stuff. But naturally, I can't do anything right now. I can't do yoga. I can't. I can read books. But I don't know how long this is going to take. I'm going to get a lighter cast at least, hopefully. Like I said, this is a kind of splint, so I'll get a lighter cast. I've read that they try to keep it to 3 weeks because it's a you, you need to bend it, right, and they don't want to make it too stiff. If you break your arm, that's a little bit different. You will still have a deterioration of your muscle, but you can still technically use your elbows, your what are they called? Your joints. And with the elbow, the danger is that the recovery becomes worse, or you might. Oh, I can't snooze. Oh no. Okay, we'll just have a break in a little bit. In 5 minutes, we're gonna get ads. So they try to keep it below 3 weeks, but it could be up to 6 weeks that I'm stuck in a cast. And then there's the recovery period, which I am going to assume is going to take a year. I'm going to assume that it's going to take a year to get my full extension abilities and strength back, because that is usually the prognosis. And also just better to assume it's going to take the longest time than think it's going to be over in 6 months and be disappointed. So I'm probably going to be working on the recovery for the next year. But I think maximum weeks for the cast is probably going to be 6 weeks. After that, I think I'm going to get one of those things that you can take off, I think. And then it's going to be just be careful and not do too much and go to physical therapy. That is what I've gathered. Now, I did read these things with a fried brain, so I might remember wrong. Oh gosh, Phoenix Down, thank you so much for the follow. I'm so sorry I missed you. How are you doing? But basically that is how it's going to go. I'm just a random person on the internet, Jerry. I'm not the person to did what you do next, journal about it, right? I can't write. It's my dominant hand. I can't write. I can barely type. Can you see? Say this is my keyboard, right? Say this is my keyboard. I can't. This is how I would need to sit to type. It's not gonna work. I can't hold a pen. Voice to text. I could maybe do that. That might work. Yes. Remember to breathe, and I'm not here to live where you hurt yourself. Oh, it's okay. I appreciate you thinking with me, and you're always welcome to say what you're thinking, and it's up to me whether what I do with it. So it's okay. You're calling me out. No. Do so with so you trust. It's not immediate. It can be a future plan, dear. No, I know. That the trauma that has come up, that's probably I mean, it would be great if that is fixed within a year, but that's probably going to take a lot longer. But I'm really grateful that it came loose, because I want to fix it, and I can't fix what I don't know is broken. So in a way, it was kind of a good thing that happened in a weird way. If that makes any sense. Do you find yourself still reaching for things with your broken arm? Yes, Blue. How are you doing? Is everyone having a good weekend, despite everything that's going on and has been going on this weekend? I did follow it a little bit. I'm trying to stay up to date on what's going on. So please stay safe, everyone. Just putting it out there. Please stay safe. All right? And I'm not just talking physically and on your own, but just in general. Hi, Asta. How are you doing? How's it going? Even pacing is very helpful during a panic attack. Yeah, Toby. Yeah, this is true. And the thing is, when I was in the emergency room, so being autistic, I have tics. I have tics, and I do stim. And most of them you don't notice if it's in public, but when I'm really, really, really stressed out, I need to like flap my hands and stuff. And I couldn't do that because I don't want to do that in public. It's distressing to have to do that in public. And never, I don't think maybe 3 people have ever seen that happen. So I was very uncomfortable with that. And after hours and hours in the emergency room, it was up to here. Because you have to sit, right? I mean, I guess I could have walked around, but also my arm was hurting, so I had to lean it. I didn't get a sling in the emergency room. They didn't give me an ice bag. That was weird. I was thinking about that. Why don't they give you ice bags when they assume or when they think you might have a broken bone? That seems silly. And the one that I brought was already like very hot, so it wasn't working anymore. So I don't know. That's maybe a thing. I could ask them to do. We're gonna have ads. I'm so sorry. I can't snooze. Let's see. Hi, 40. How are you doing? So, is that what happened? I got yeeted off my bike because I wasn't paying attention. And I fell on my elbow. Yeah, Toby, yeah. It's true. I guess that's where stimming comes from, to try and get that excess of energy out of your system. And I couldn't do that when I was in the emergency room. Or at least I didn't feel like I could. I'm late diagnosed autistic, so there's going to be a lot of unmasking still for probably the rest of my life. And especially stimming is if I know is normal, but it's very difficult for me to. I guess that ties back to the not being allowed to have emotions or be in pain. That stimming would probably have triggered my biological mother to be upset at me as well. So, or for all I know, she was when I was a little kid. I don't know. I don't remember that. All I know is that I don't feel like I am safe enough to stim in public. That's what I know. Today's the first day that felt semi-normal. What do you mean, Toby? It doesn't make sense to take a weekend. Okay. What do you mean, 40? Oh, no. Oh, no. Congrats. Thank you for the hug, 40. Keep me up to date, 40. I want to know, because that is all. It is kind of good news, I guess. Oh, Blue, I broke my right arm just above the wrist when I was 7 years old. Oh my God. Now I really know how people feel when they break something. I wish it didn't. That's horrible. And such a young age. Right hand, had to write with my left hand. I blame that time for my horrible handwriting now. I try to write. I have a 1 line a day. I hate that I can't write in my 1 line a day right now, because that's just a book. I don't know if you know what it is, but you could Google it. I like having that. I've been doing that for 15 years almost. But I couldn't write. So there's a really nasty. Well, nasty is the wrong word. It just looks stupid. I can't write with left. Oh no, ads. Oh no, sorry. Let's oh no, I need to drink a little bit more. See? Oh no. Okay, we're gonna have to do some PR for Winston, because that's so sad. He had nothing to do with it. I was outside. It was the sun. If anything, it was the sun. Oh. All right. Okay. I'm alive, being mean to myself, refusing myself what is good for me. I know my brain is really messed up. No, it's not your brain that is messed up, Asta. It's the people who put those voices in your head. Trust me, I know now. Okay, that's over. I can imagine 40. That's not nothing. How did you find out? Yeah. Winston has always been innocent. Skolja, you were right. And we have to do some fixing of his image. we'll do that. He's been pretty good, I have to say. I am very scared to take him out for a walk right now because I couldn't do anything. If something goes wrong now, I can't lift him. I can't pick him up. Luckily, I prefer getting up at 5. But in the last 2 days, I am just drained. I have no energy. Yesterday I took a nap, and I was supposed to wake up after 2 hours, but my neighbor eventually woke me up because I'd given her the keys to the storage. But at home, I only have one key. The extra one I put at the store. So if I lock myself out, it's not in my home, right? I can go and get the extra key. So she needed my keys, which meant that she had to lock me in my home to be able to use the storage for one, but also just to have freedom of movement. I wasn't going to go outside, and she had to go to stores and stuff. I was like, just lock me in and take the keys. It's okay. But by the time that she was really, really ready to go back to where she's staying right now, where she hasn't actually moved in, I think, or did she? I'm not sure. This week she's moving in. She's been fixing it up and stuff. So by the time she was really ready to go, I still didn't wake up because I told her I'll come out. I'll let you know. I'll call you when I'm up again. And she banged on my door for like 5 minutes. I wouldn't wake up. I was so tired. And then after a few hours, I had to go lie down again because I'm just exhausted. My brain is exhausted from going through the memories and finally seeing the difference between when I talk to myself and when it's really not me. So, for example, I call myself stupid a lot during the day. A lot. That's not me. That's not me. And for the first time, I actually hear the difference. As it's heartbreaking. But as much as it hurts, I'm so glad that it's happening. I'm so glad that I can get through it now. She's a week off of her period. Oh no, 40. Let me know. Let me know how it goes. Also, before I forget, because that was something I was very excited about this week. If you go to the cherry points, you can now officially give me seasonal recommendations for the book club so that we can have seasonal books during like spooky season and the holidays. I think I put in spooky season and Christmas, or I just call it holidays because not everyone celebrates Christmas. I thought holidays would be a little bit more appropriate. So if you know any seasonal books that you would like to put into the book club submissions, you can now give me spooky and holiday submissions. I'm gonna look for a different jar for those 2 separate ones, and then when it's October, we're gonna read spooky books, I hope, and during Christmas or the holidays, we'll read something cozy. How about that? Thank you for the hydrate, school chat. Everyone, drink water. Why do I put it back there? Why am I doing that to myself? Wait, what? Yes, Dopey. They're liberating. Overjoyed for you. Thank you. Whew. Starting to get a bit shaky from sitting. They are. It's just an attack on your brain, you know. But Gnarly gave me the best advice. I don't know how to explain it quite yet, but basically, he told me that I can influence my memories if I'm not in a complete state of panic, naturally, because panic is panic. But how to go through the memories and adjust them. I can't explain right now. I'm so sorry. I'll try to explain it at a different time. But that has been very helpful. I'm so grateful that immediately I realized that was going to be very helpful. But I'm not going to push it away. I'm going to sit with it, which is why I'm not really able to focus on anything. I can't even read properly. I tried the first day, and it just wasn't working. What was that? Oh, it was just a little fly. and just making sure that I'm fed, because I'm also really not hungry, and that's not good. Planes are too big for gas, brains to fathom. What do you mean? Wait, that was a response to chemist? No, it's not weird, 40. I think that's natural. Oh, Asta, you and your teasing. You know a book? Oh no. Happy books, please. We want. Well, spooky can be anything as long as it's spooky. But for Christmas, I would like to have some cozy reads, I think. But before I have to stop streaming, because I'm really starting to lose my ability to speak. The rest of the week, I don't think I can stream. But for one, because it's barely an hour and I'm already getting really upset. But also, I have to be available for the hospital to contact me. And as many of you know, I stream from my phone. And in order for a stream to not be broken by notifications or someone calling me, I have to put it on Do Not Disturb. So I have to be available, and I can't do that when I'm streaming. So for that reason, I already can't stream. But also, I'm just not doing great. If I get the call early, I do want to try, because I want to talk about a few more things that have come to light. For example, okay, let me bring it up now. Thank you, Phoenix. That means really a lot, because the first evening that I was at home, I said, I'm not going to stream, frick that, because I have no eyebrows and I'm very self-conscious about that. Turns out, I remember why. I remember why, and it's not because I wanted to do something about it, but that was because I was told that I looked like a mess. By the person who should have told me that I'm beautiful no matter what. But since that came up, I was like, all right, that's nasty. And I feel a little less self-conscious about it. I'm not comfortable exactly, but I want to be in defiance of that negative influence that my biological mother has had on my appearance. So if I get the call early, I want to try. I want to try to do at least a sprint. 4 hours might be a little bit too much, but I want to try and sit here and talk to you guys. And but Danny, hi! I'm so glad to see you. Thank you. I am gonna try to make a picture of what it looks like at night when I have to put it up. It's really stupid, but it's also kind of funny. I look like a Teletubby. But yeah, I'm gonna see if the phone call comes in early. I'm gonna see if I can just sit here and read a little bit, because I can't read. I yeeted myself off my bike, Budani, and then I fell on my elbow, and now it's broken. But yeah. Oh, Phoenix, I am definitely a mess, but it's okay. I don't mind. It's on brand? What do you mean? What do you mean this is on brand? I mean, you're right. It's the ultimate chaos, isn't it? I'm a little bit in pain, but mostly mental. It's in short, because I kind of need to go. I think I need to cry. It's the mental part, and realizing that I wasn't taken care of as a kid. That it hurts more than the elbow itself. Which is not exactly better. It's on brand. My God. It wasn't Winston. It wasn't Winston. It was me. All right? It was me. I'll leave you with this story. So I went out to get shoes. I got myself pretty summer shoes on Vinted, which I had to pick up that day because otherwise it would send back. I have this French skirt that I can't wear because it's too long, and I thought if I have these heels, I can wear that skirt outside during summer instead of just being a dramatic Mrs. Havisham at home. So that's why I bought those shoes. I don't want to show them. I'll show them at a different time. And I put them on after I fell, right? I picked up a package, I'd fallen, came back home. Elbow was already broken because I'd already fallen. So I tried the shoes on when I got back. And then my mailman came to bring me my cat food, 10 kilograms of cat food. Um, and I had, at that point, I had the cooling pack strapped to my elbow. Uh, and he saw that and was like, so should I just put the 10 kilograms of cat food inside your home so you don't have to, hurt your arm, whatever happened. And I was very glad that he did. And then the next day, what did he, he asked if I could take a package for my new neighbor. And the moment I opened the door, he was like, "Oh no, it was really bad. After all, yeah, that's true." But when he came the day before, when I had just fallen, I had those stupid shoes on. So he thought I had broken my elbow because I fell because of stupid shoes. No, it wasn't the shoes. No. I felt so embarrassed. He thought I had fallen from, because their heels, they're pretty high heels. And it's been a while since I wore heels like that. But I didn't fall from the heels. It's so stupid. I'm so embarrassed. No, I was stupid. I wasn't paying attention. And I fell off my bike. Well, I was yeeted off my bike. It wasn't falling. I was launched over a bush. Oh no, what's happening? Remember when you said you'll bite my knees off? Your knees off? My revenge will be slapping your arm? Oh, I dare you. I dare you. Do you know how hard this is? I will do damage with this. I was thinking about that actually. This is a weapon. The world doesn't even know what's coming for the tide that raises all ships. Yeah. Oh, Bhutanese. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna cry. Thank you for being here and listening to me. So just explain again. I have to cancel the rest of the week, so vacation mode is gonna stay on for now. I hope that next week I can go back to normal. If I get the call soon about when I can go back to get a checkup on my elbow. Hi Vinny, I broke my elbow. If it comes early, I'm gonna try and sit here for a little bit and try to read, because actual work is not gonna be it's not gonna work. I'm going to lie down now for a little bit. And I'm really trying really hard to get the love letter on Patreon out, but I'm not really good at typing, and the pictures that I need to put in there using my left hand is just not. It's difficult. That's so difficult, and I really can't use my right, not because it hurts, but because I can't make the angle. Like I can't. You can't use a mouse like this. I could dictate, but I already did the written part, most of it. I just have to edit it a little bit and add a note about my arm for those who didn't get the stream. And but it's the pictures and the illustrations that are in there that I just it's impossible, and I do want to make it better. So I'm working really hard on that, at least from bed, with my arm above my heart, so it doesn't swell too much. So know that is coming. And I'll keep you up to date. About that, though, that will probably mostly be on Instagram. Just because Discord is a bit overwhelming, and has been for the last weeks. And if I'm gonna put my updates on Instagram, because having to put it on different platforms is just too much. So I'll keep you up to date on Instagram. I'll try to make some snaps. No, not snaps, because I'm not talking about Snapchat. Pictures of what I'm doing, and take you along in my week like that. But I didn't leave Discord, just to be clear. But it's just very overwhelming at the moment. So if you want to know what's up, your best bet is going to be the Instagram. All right. I think. I think the link is in my bio. If not, I'll put it in Discord. Anyway, I can do that. I broke my elbow, Chandu. Oh, yes. Okay, Skolcha. Thank you for being here. We do not let the bastards wear us down. No, we won't. We stand firm. Together we can do anything. Okay? As long as we stand up for each other. Yeah, I just wanted to let you know what's going on because I know not everyone looks at Instagram, and I just, I don't want to leave you hanging completely, and I'm gonna do my very best to be there for you. I'll also try to make a screenshot. I did shower to wash my hair, a full shower. I don't like full showers. I prefer to wash myself with a cloth. I'll try to see if I can make a picture, find a screenshot of what it looked like because showers. But that was kind of funny. Don't cry, Forty. It's gonna be okay. All right. I'll keep you up to date. I'm gonna lay down now. Please take care of yourself. If you're on a bike, look where you're going, all right? This is the first lesson of riding a horse, actually. Look where you're going. I didn't do that. Oh, don't be scared for me. I'm going to be okay, Fruity, all right? I'm actually 12 minutes away from my next dose of painkillers, which is probably why I'm starting to get a bit upset right now because they're losing their strength. Don't be scared. I'm okay. I have so much support, and we'll talk about that a little bit more because I am losing myself here, and it's gonna upset me in a good way, but I don't want to cry on stream. Oh, Phoenix, stop. Okay, well, I'm glad you found stream as well, and I hope that we can go back to normal as soon as possible so you can enjoy the community to its fullest and not just hear me blab about trauma and broken bones. Okay, I'll keep you up to date. Thank you so much for being here. I love you so very much. Drink water. Watch where you're going and look out for each other, all right? Stay aware, I guess, and make sure that your neighbors are okay and that the person next to you is okay. But most of all, be careful out there, right? I'll see you soon. Yeah, I think that's it. Bye-bye.